Hi, this is Jeff. So 1 year today, I had my left hip replacement. The right hip is 1 year and 3 months today. Now the first one went so good, when I was setting up 3 months later to do the second one, I was like, that is so neat. The procedure's so neat, the recovery, it's amazing what science can do, the way God designed our bodies to heal. I want to make a video about it. But it wasn't until later I got on social media that I see all the questions that people repeatedly ask. And things I was like, oh, we don't need to worry about that. You know, I would try to answer on a thread, and there's like 500 answers. I don't know if the person read them all, and it was a variety, you know, this wide. You can imagine how many different answers people give based on their experiences, and some just opinions, and I'm not sure how experienced they were. I'm also aware that there's a huge difference between who does your surgery, the hospital, what country you're in. I've learned that also. So, but based on that, I wanted to go back and provide you with some information, since I've now done this twice. Hopefully, if you're setting up, thinking about doing it, or you're fixing to go do it, I want to help you be prepared. And so here's some stuff that I've learned. One of the biggest questions is, how do you know when it's time? I limped around on my right hip for over 10 years. And when my left one went out 2 years before surgery, I was essentially done, other than just walking to the house, walking to the car, walking to work, walking back in the house. That was basically my life. I could do a few little things. Went to the beach with Mindy, my wife. I couldn't go walking down the beach with her. It hurt too bad. I sat in a chair, I fished, as long as I wasn't too far from the fishing pole. And you can tell by my gait.
What was that?
I was having a hard time. That's a question only you can answer. Once you feel like you can't do things in life that you love to do, it must be time. I'm not one of those to say, I wish I hadn't waited so long. I'm glad I waited. I wanted to use the ones God gave me as long as I could, and the technology has improved. It's important to note that the surgery I had was through the anterior approach, here in the front. Okay, there's big differences in recovery, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what the doctor told you to do, whether physical therapy was for you, not for you. You do whatever your medical experts tell you to do. I am sharing my experience, and I am no way telling you this is what you ought to do. I'm just showing you the success that I had and hoping that you'll have equal success. Okay, so I'll say one of the most important things is have a plan. Okay, so that plan includes being prepared for when you come home. Well, number one, a caregiver. Okay, if you have a spouse, a family member, a friend, but you're going to need somebody. It's going to make life a lot easier, particularly if you're one of those that's having to experience severe pain during the first week or so. So don't be cocky. Don't be egotistical. I don't need anybody taking care of me. I'm the man. You know, I get tired of reading some of those comments on social media. Well, I was jumping on a trampoline 2 days after my surgery. I was just fine. Don't do that, okay? It hurts. It's okay if you say, ouch, that hurts. And so what that caregiver can do, and you can do, is do the things to set you up for independence, as much independence as you can. And that means, comes back to having a plan. So my wife, Mindy, is a wonderful planner. And so what we did, we bought a recliner, because we didn't have one. Bought a recliner, and she got me a kit with all these tools. This little grabby guy right here. This is the cat's meow. This is a fabulous tool. She got me a long shoehorn, which I should have used more. This little guy to put on your socks, dandy. And I'll say one of the most important things is a walker. Now my wife, in her intelligence, strapped on a little backpack I think she got at the dollar store, so I could put stuff in it. I could put my ice packs in it. I could put my water bottle in it, and I could go back and forth to the kitchen or to the bathroom carrying stuff if I needed to. This guy, wondering how you're going to wash your feet and your legs without bending over? This is a little handy little guy. That was all the kit. Now here's something else that you're going to really want, and that is you're going to go buy 4 of these. If they're not provided to you from the hospital or the doctor's office, you're going to want 4 of these that fit into this strap. that goes around the hip, right? And the reason you want 4 is because while you're icing with one set, the other set can be in the freezer getting cold, see? One long strap that goes around the waist, one short strap that goes around the leg. And it just fits on there just like that. You will want that. Oh, bed position for sleeping. We pushed the bed against the wall. You'll note it's a single bed. I slept by myself. Pushed it against the wall so I'd have something to lean against. When I did the other surgery, we flipped the bed around so I could lean that way. And my wife, the lovely Mindy Bonner, bought 2 king-sized pillows that go between the legs. And voila. Now, see, I can lean up against this, and I've got the pillow between my legs to keep guys from bending goofy ways that hurt. So that should help. And also tell you what my physical therapist said. If your body wants to sleep, sleep. Don't get hung up on this, I gotta sleep at night thing. If you can sleep from 11 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, do it. Your body needs rest, do it when you can get it, okay? Oh yeah, let me get back to the walker. I got distracted with the backpack and the kit. I've seen some guys that are using crutches. Frankly, the walker is wonderful. Don't get egotistical about how quick I got off the walker. I stayed on mine for, I know, at least 2 weeks. I'll check my video here and I'll see if that was right or not. But I know I kept it by my bed for well over a month, probably close to 2 months. For those trips at night to the restroom. I'm 57, and if you're 57 or older, you know what I'm talking about. And early in the morning, just for, because when you've been laying there all night, you get up, you're going to be stiff. Even later on, weeks, month later. And I just wanted that little extra support because in my ear, I hear the repeated words, whatever you do, don't fall. So, just trying to set the stage for not falling. Oh, that comes back to having a plan. My lovely wife, Mindy Bonner, made me a pathway around the house because I had this done in December, and a lot of the days it was too cold to go out walking. But had everything out of the way that would snag or trip. Had the rugs all pulled up and the furniture pushed back to make a nice, easy path. Something to pass the time. I recommend Netflix. I recommend YouTube, obviously. Subscribe to my channel, some prune juice, and some stool softener. And just start them immediately. Don't wait. Or trust me, you will be waiting. This was a lot of tools, you know, a lot of stuff to keep up with. Mindy had a nice basket there, had everything in it that I could reach. Had a TV remote, a little note pad that I could write down stuff and keep up with when I took my meds. Had all my meds right there handy on the table next to me. I had my walker with my backpack, water bottles, freezer packs, boom, everything right there within reach so that I could be somewhat independent. And I say that for those of you who don't have a spouse, don't have someone who lives with you that can help you. If you can get someone to just help you get set up, get home, make sure you got everything you need, prepare meals or bring meals because you're not going to be standing up at the kitchen cooking. Something along those lines. And so it's not like you need a bell, dingle, dingle, ding, that you ring every 10, 15 minutes. Now, I had to get some tests run prior to surgery. It started with blood work, which is all of this stuff, whatever that means. My A1C, which is something about blood sugar, had to be 7.5 or less, whatever that means. And I had to get an EKG to make sure that my heart was doing heart stuff. Now, Ginger, who does the scheduling at Lubbock Sports Medicine and who is a total rock star, not only got me in for my second hip replacement before the end of the year so I wouldn't have to pay another deductible, but she also scheduled other needed appointments, provided instructions on prep work, time frames, as well as written directions on a map on how to get to the lab and the hospital. One of the best medical experiences I've ever had. I also have to point out that the Lubbock Sports Medicine Clinic runs like a well-oiled machine. I never even had time to finish one of the fine, complimentary, and delicious cups of coffee provided in the waiting room. Kudos to all you who work there and those that manage the staff, patients, and scheduling. Well done. Okay,